going to attempt again to make another video to install this. Let me try to get this. No, I got it turned off. There we go. Once you're done with this thing here, it makes a great beer cooler. Where's your eject on this thing, or do you know yet?
There'll be a little button there on the side somewhere.
I don't feel one, brother. There we go. Well, it's just a push and release, catch and release program. And really, we're after RealFlight more than anything on this particular guy. So the first thing we're going to do right out of the bat, even though there's a switch that you can use for this, if you'll notice, RealFlight's the second one, so I'll push it all the way up and then come right back down. One click. Okay. This guy here goes into the dongle, which is a funny name, and this will go back into the back of your radio. If you've got a Spectrum transmitter, you leave the transmitter turned off. This switch, or this being plugged into the back of it, should make it come on. That way you can use the controls, but it does not transmit. Alright, so let's see here. Open up files. And this PC. And there we go. Alright, now there should be a auto run right here. Okay. You don't want to do anything with this. Oh, okay. There's an application. There's an icon in the application. You want to make sure that you get the application file. All right. You'll notice throughout this install that you're going to see some weird font. You pay no attention to it. You want to start, once this window here is open, you want to start at the very top on the left hand side and work your way down, and then we'll move over to the right and do the same thing. It's going to ask for permission, all that stuff. So that's it for that. That's a done deal. This here will give you a demo of how the switch works. And what the purpose of this switch is for is so you don't have to move the little switch on the side of the dongle. You're able to do it via software. So it's just a thing to try to make it a little easier to operate. I'll be quiet while you see this exciting footage here. And what they're saying, it'll put a little icon down there on the bottom toolbar. When you click on it, it'll open up and give you options to switch between the programs that we're getting ready to install. Just more of the same. Okay, back to work. We want to install the DirectX driver just to make sure that yours is up to date. Got to accept some agreements over here. Give them your first child, and
You put I don't accept.
oh, I don't accept. Yeah, I do accept. I just got bad eyes. I I can't get up real close to the screen with the camera here like Gern Blanston. Learn with Gern. Okay. Bad as you want to go ahead and jump ahead, it's best to just wait. Tell you what. That kills some of that reflection. This camera videos for about 29 minutes, so if you hear a click, let me know, because I'll tune it out. Hopefully nobody walks up on us, a couple of grown men in the dark room with a camera on a tripod. Not a good look.
Go away.
Here we go. Takes a little while to initialize, but once it gets the files downloaded, it unzips them and it gets them installed here pretty quick. It really doesn't take a strong computer to run this stuff either, which is great. Alright, we're going to hit finish. Then we're going down to the next one. Now, the first
111 degrees? Phoenix can't really be that hot, can it? Oh my god, it's like standing on the sun!
What I'm going to install is a Phoenix RC5, which all this will update off the manufacturer's website once you get it installed and we'll get completely finished with all this stuff. So you will need a internet connection, which I guess I could probably do. Okay, so you're going to have Chinese simplified, traditional, and English will be at the bottom. Accept these terms. And next. What's your name?
Matt.
Matt. It was
It automatically put
Yeah.
my name in.
Have you installed this program on your?
Mm-mm.
No.
I think it's a Windows thing because you have to sign up to with a Microsoft account.
Yeah.
I remember it asking for my name, so.
It's kind of scary sometimes, man, when you see things populate on a computer. You know?
Or, you know, what I've seen lately is on my phone, if I've had a conversation about a product that I've never looked up, it'll come up on an ad.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, man. Yeah, I think it was one of the presidents was having a interview with David Letterman. I think it was Obama, and he said you can't really believe you get kind of pigeonholed with your computer when you're looking for things. You know, if you do 10 different people do the same search on the same thing from 10 different places, it'll come up with 10 different scenarios. And so, you know, if you're left wing and, you know, you type some, you know, question in to the Google search engine, then it's going to be all left stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're, you know, so your computer gets to know you and it kind of starts giving you kind of like one side of the story.
Yeah.
You know, which I never really thought about it before, but us old people don't think about stuff like that, you know, with these things, man. This doesn't take too terribly long. Best thing to do is just be patient. Go make you a cup of coffee, come back. Nice computer too. It's got a nice size screen on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I needed a laptop with a CD-ROM in it. It was the only one they had.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
They're all, yeah.
So yesterday what I did was I took the CD and I transferred it to my computer, and I checked the amount of space that it took up. All the files transferred and it's exactly the same size. So I think it's like 6.5 gig or not gig. Anyway, so but it'll fit. It should fit on one of these. So,
yeah.
You know, if you run into that problem, you know, I can't see in the dark here.
Yeah, turn it over.
What's it say? How many? I think that's a 16. I'm gonna say 16 something. All right. Yeah.
16.
McAfee. You got to watch the documentary on that guy.
Really?
Oh yeah, that guy's a nut. Okay. So we got the Phoenix is installed. That's a done deal. Now we're going to do Aerofly. Yeah, so this John McAfee guy, man, he ended up, they were looking for him for murder in some third world country, and he was over here running for president. You know, they've got a big documentary about him. He's a kind of a sick puppy. You know.
Really?
Yeah. So this is going to be that stuff where, you know, it's all in Chinese, but worry not, because if you notice that the buttons in Chinese are in the same location as if they were in English, and this one here is already highlighted, so that's the one you want to. This one you want to click.
That looks like the locations and program files.
Yeah, it's just asking. And then there. You have to hit that 3 times. That same middle button. This one over here is cancel. And you know, the first time you put this stuff in, it's daunting, you know, for you to figure it out. And every time I install one, I run into a little thing that I gotta wiggle around, but it's all pretty self-explanatory. And the difference between the software cost, man, you know, because it's about $500 worth of software. You know, the difference in price, man, it's kind of worth a little bit of labor.
About 14 minutes in.
Yep. Well, we'll leave the camera rolling in case we see smoke. They lit the house, Billy. I smell smoke. Okay, so that's complete. And again, you want to hit that middle button. And the last one we did was the Aerofly. Now we're going to install the Reflex. same thing goes. And by the way, where it asks for your name, go ahead and put something in there because it may benefit you later on when you're looking for files. Or I wanted to go riding last night and it rained.
Yes, it did.
Hopefully it'll clear up tonight so I can go get me a couple of miles in. I went down to San Jacinto Monument the other night, took some pictures, and rode around, went through the Washburn Tunnel, some loud pipes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, always a lot of fun. The roads getting down there are horrible.
Really?
Yeah, and trucks, and, you know, of course it's not the best part of town either.
Yeah.
So they don't do a lot of maintenance down there, but it was different. That northeast loop ride's real good. Beltway 8 ride's real nice. But because of some a-hole, man, I got to buy a new fairing, get it painted. I had to lay my bike over there the night. Ooh.
Someone made you lay your bike over?
Yeah, we're on ran out of road, turned to rock. I turned my blinker on. We're out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the country, and started to make a slow U-turn, you know, on that real loose gravel. My bike weighs 1,000 pounds, man. I don't, you know.
Yeah.
And as I started to take the turn, he sped up and came over to the left, man. So, you know, just sit it down. I had to sit it down, and it cracked just the weight of the bike. It cracked the fairing. Yeah, I wasn't real happy.
$2,000.
And he didn't stop either. No. He went up a couple of yards and sit and just watched. You know, it's probably a good thing he didn't come back, to be honest with you. I'd have probably showed my ass, you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, you crazy.
But could have been worse. Buddy told me, he said, yeah, man, you could be in the hospital. I said, yeah, but skin grows back, man. That damn paint job costs money. Yeah, Flight Test is a real good outfit, man. We've done, you know, a few shows with him. Kid Josh, he's the real deal, man. Him and his wife and 2 sons are hard workers, man. But they, you know, they make all the plans available. And with build videos, man, you know, you can build those little planes. It's just a good way to learn how to fly. It's economical. Doesn't have to cost a bunch of money. Okay, let's finish this one up here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this one up to you. We'll go ahead and run through it, I guess, for the case of the video. This is virtual racing. This is for cars. And we've left the cars behind long ago. We got off the ground with the chickens and got up there with the eagles. But
yeah, I like cars. I actually have a buggy.
a lot of this is paid stuff, you know, where you got to buy cars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one of them kind of things. But some people like it. That's all there is to it, because all it does really is just direct you to a website. Okay, now we're at the big one, RealFlight 7. Now the ones that you, let me do this here real quick. These over here, this deletes temporary files. You can delete the RealFlight serial numbers in case you get it wrong and you want to start over without having to reload the program. And then this here will just pull up the serial number list, which we'll get to here in a minute. We will also, with our copy, we'll send you a list of serial numbers, and we'll go through that here in a few minutes. Might have to turn the light back on for that. So I put together that Timber X 1.2 meter last night, and boy, it's just a nice little plane, man. Just a super nice little plane. I can't wait to go out and fly it. It's like a high wing 3D plane.
Yeah. Is that the box right there?
Yeah. Yeah, the plane's right over in the corner. It's got the blinky lights and all that, man. Big wiggly bits on it. I left the leading edge slats off of it because that's more for STOL flying. Well, they got a bar that goes through the tail feathers. One of them's carbon fiber, and this one here is made out of heavy metal. Put this heavy metal in there back so it changes the CG of the plane, so it, it'll hang on the prop a little easier. That's a big control surface for that. I think he's building a Corsair there. That's quite the complex wing there. But when you start building these foam planes, you can learn to start stacking foam, and you'll eventually, if you enjoy the build, you'll eventually start going to Lowe's and getting one of those big sheets of 4x8 blue foam,
Mm-hmm.
And man, you can really start getting some stuff done then. Move into cutting with hot wires and forms, and man, you can make some beautiful jets, where you cut holes in the center, so so you got a place for the air to flow, with EDFs. You can make some real pretty stuff, man. You can make stuff that looks better than the store, if you put time in it. Our phalanx wing that we build, it takes about 100 hours to build one, 64 inch, flies on 6S. But man, it's just a dream to fly. You cover them with 3/4 ounce fiberglass and use Minwax instead of resins, because it's water and soap to clean up. You can do it here in the shop or the house. Fumes don't run you out. Pretty impressive looking wing, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, we got a RealFlight build going on behind the scenes here. We're getting ready to have to stop this and start the recording again. I guess now would be a good time. And we're back. This is a pretty good sized program, so it does take a little bit. I bought the iX12, which is Android based. Company colors, whole 9 yards. Programmed all my radio, all my planes in it and everything. And every time I go to the field, I'd pull it out and say, nah, and I'd sit it down, grab my 9. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
The 9 and the 18 are real close together. The iX12, it just had a little bit different feel. I mean, you can watch YouTube videos on it while you're flying, but I just think that whole thing needs another couple of years, to run through some of the bugs and stuff. But it's a nice radio, don't get me wrong. It has a couple little drawbacks people don't like, but there's not many. It's pretty well thought out. But you have to relearn everything if you're used to, used to the old wheel. Alrighty. So now, finish up. Okay. Now, right here where it says view the RealFlight serial numbers. Okay, these are all your expansion packs and everything that we're going to use to put in here in a minute. Let's see here. The numbers I want to point out, if you look, you'll have a long line of numbers here, and then you have 2 in the center, and then another long line of numbers. The 2 in the center, in most cases, in all cases except for one, will automatically populate, meaning that they'll already be on the screen. That way you'll know where to go to find the number before and after the middle 2. And you can actually come back here and copy these and then carry them back over and paste them. Oh, let's see here. Right here is RealFlight. Double click it, let it fire up. Okay. So if you'll see here, it says R7 in the middle, and then over here it has no numbers. 970. I can't put these numbers out. You gotta buy the program to get the numbers. And then I3. Now this is where we go to our file. So if you notice, it's E4 here. I'm gonna open this back up here. And then you just go down the line. And it's asking me if there's a newer version. Would I like to download it? This is where it kind of seems like it gets questionable, but it always seems to work out. All right. We're going to do the online registration, so we're going to stop the camera for a minute. Once you get your transmitter in here, you have to select controller, go in here and edit. After you calibrate, see how this is moving here, you have to change number 1 to throttle. Rudder is already set up. Number 2 to aileron, or I'm sorry, number 3 to aileron. Aileron needs to be changed to throttle. Rudder is where it needs to be. This here needs to be changed to elevator. The problem that I had before was I had it set up as heli for the other program. Remember, because it says to set the radio up. Okay, and then here's your ailerons. radio won't control all of them, but it will control the lion's share of them. The rest of them can all be controlled off the keyboard. Now, we got to save this. Okay, and then we got to go back and we've got to okay, so the elevator needs to be reversed. The rudder needs to be reversed. Elevator and rudder. So you go back in here, edit, elevator, rudder. Close. Okay. Space bar.
Man, you land better than me.
Aircraft. Well, I didn't even have my.
Yeah, you just put the radio down.
Put the radio down. Let's see here. Aircraft select. Cool. And all the expansion packs are in there already as well.
Nice.
So boom, boom. So now all you should have to do is the same thing we just did. What kind of radio are you using?
It's a DX6.
The DX6?
The black one.
It should plug right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything should be the same on it.
Yeah.
Everything should be the same on it. Man, that was a bear.
Yeah, $5.
But what I did do is I deleted that damn switch. Okay? So when you go between RealFlight and Phoenix, just manually do it on here because that's what was creating the problem.
Okay.
RealFlight all the way up, one down, Phoenix all the way to the bottom.
Cool. All right. Can we turn this off?